John Leone is down on the field with Edward W. Ahart, class of 1969. He is the chairman of the board at Lafayette College. Here's John to chat with Mr. Ahart.
Thank you, Gary. Thank you, Michael. You know, there's always something happening here on College Hill. A lot of news coming out of Markle Hall, and not the least of which recently was the announcement that President Dan Weiss will be moving on. And the job of replacing him falls to a number of people, but primarily among them, the chairman of the board of Lafayette College. I'm here with Ed Ahart. Ed, tell us a little bit about the process as you go through it and really kind of guide the ship.
Well, thank you, John. And it's not quite right to say that it falls to me. The Board of Trustees has the responsibility for hiring a new president, and we have appointed a search committee, 13 members, 6 trustees, 3 members of the faculty elected by the faculty, 2 members of the Alumni Association, the past president and the president-elect, a student, and a member of the administration. Chaired by Alan Griffith, the former Board of Trustees chair, a very experienced person, and Vice Chair Elizabeth Hughes McDonald, a longtime board member and a member of a longtime legacy Lafayette family. Great experience, great enthusiasm. They will do a great job. Their goal is to report back to us, hopefully with a candidate by as close to the end of this year as possible.
Obviously, Ed, it's not something that's done overnight. A lot of thought goes into it. Can you share with us what the feedback has been, and maybe talk about some of the characteristics that you get a sense that the search committee and the community might look for in a new president?
Well, first of all, we need a person who can be a leader for Lafayette College. Lafayette is a complex institution. It's got a lot of constituencies: students, faculty, parents, alumni, board, administrators, staff. And our new president has to be the president for all. Needs to be a president who can manage all of the operations of the college. It's a big business, $160 million budget, $700 million endowment. Needs to be somebody who can solicit funds. Needs to be someone who has a vision for this college. This college has great ambition, and this person needs to lead us. The new president needs to understand the role of higher education and liberal arts in higher education today, and the role of a college like Lafayette, which has liberal arts and engineering, and therefore provides a unique synergy and opportunity that way. So needs to be somebody who is willing to work 24/7, 365, and take this college to the next level.
And this next question, based on what you just told me, might seem a little silly, but if you could pick out 1 or 2 key challenges, what might they be for the new guy coming in?
Well, we're in a difficult economic time. Dan Weiss has done a wonderful job of shepherding this institution through the toughest economic climate since the Great Depression. But things are different today. The cost of college is high. The economy is still very difficult. And the new president is going to have to try to find a way for us to advance our ambitions. We have a big appetite to be great. At the same time as doing that in a challenging economic environment. I think that's the toughest thing. The second thing is that how do we move forward in a time of great change in technology? How will technology affect higher education in general? And how can we advance on a global level?
You know, Ed, also as you go through this search, we all have in our mind's eye someone we'd like to see at the helm. If you were to come face to face with a candidate, what might you tell him are the key reasons why he should take this job?
Well, I think he or she has an opportunity to take an institution that is recognized as being on the move. There is a buzz in the industry about Lafayette College. We are recognized as doing a lot of things and having opportunity, and I think this presents an opportunity for a person with the right skills and the right ambition and desire to really achieve a lot, and I think that's an opportunity.
You know, Ed, I've attended a number of the presidential search forums which you've chaired, and by the way, you've done a magnificent job. It's very, very difficult indeed. But one of the remarks I heard you say that stuck with me is that when you describe Lafayette, you describe it as managing a small city. Can you share some of those thoughts, elaborate on that a little bit? Because I thought it was profound, and I think it kind of puts into focus all the things that you need to do to try to please so many different constituencies.
Well, at one level, it really is a city. We have a power plant. We have underground lines. We have technology. We have 100 buildings. We have 100 acres on College Hill and 200 acres out at Metzger Field. We've expanded downtown, so you have facilities to run. You have 2,400 students, diverse students, 500 of which are either of color or international, 220 faculty, 500 staff members, 28,000 alumni from all across the world. So it's a complex operation. You got to deal with all this stuff, and it takes a special person.
Ed, your job is enormous. It's very important. I've been here a long, long time. I know both of your daughters. You have a long legacy, a long history here. It continues to go on. And personally, I wouldn't want anybody else running the show.
Thank you very much, John. I appreciate it.
And Ed, thank you for your time and your efforts on behalf of the college. I don't know what you do with the rest of your life because this is a full-time job. Ed Ahart, chairman of the Lafayette College Board of Trustees, thank you for being here with us today.
Thanks, John.
You got it. Gary, Michael, back to you guys.